Here are the top 3 biomarkers you need to watch to help you increase your health span. So what is health span? You've heard of the word lifespan, but what is health span? Lifespan is just how long you live. Health span is having a higher quality, longer life. So you live longer and you have a higher quality, right? That is the new terminology that scientists and doctors are using, and that is health span. So how do you improve the quality of life for a longer period of time? There's 3 biomarkers that maybe not 100%, but 90% of researchers, scientists, physicians, practitioners all agree upon. This is not in any specific order, but the first one is your grip strength, like literally your grip strength. Number 2 is something called VO₂ max or cardio respiratory fitness or cardiopulmonary fitness. These are all the same thing, just different ways of saying it. Number 3 is metabolic biomarkers. Now, there's a lot of biomarkers under level 3, right? So, for example, your A1C, right? Your inflammatory markers, right? Cholesterol, blood pressure, these biomarkers. So these are the 3 main categories you need to track according to the science community, that these 3 will help you see, hey, are you improving or are you not? So again, let me just repeat them. Grip strength, VO₂ max, your metabolic biomarkers. Now, why is it not 100%, right? And all of these biomarkers, if they increase, does that mean you will not have disease? Does that mean you will have a higher quality of life for extended time? The answer is still no. Why? Because recently, I don't know if you heard the news, there is a guy who has hundreds of millions of dollars. I think he sold his company for over $300 million, and he has that in cash. And he spends about 2 million US dollars per year on testing these biomarkers just to get him healthy. And recently, after so many years, 5 or 10 years, I'm not sure exactly, recently he was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. So what does that mean? Him spending $2 million on laboratory tests, imaging, and so forth, they were unable to detect his autoimmune. They were unable to catch it before it became an autoimmune. Because when an autoimmune condition shows up in your body, it's been there for years. But all of his $2 million worth of biomarker testing did not catch it. Of course, he didn't use Chinese medicine, TCM testing, okay, because he wanted to be all scientific, which most people in the world, especially here in the US, many of the people who disagree with the things that I say, they're all about science. Well, science, even if you could do all of the tests in science, in medicine, like this guy did, he had all the tests available to him, but yet was still not able to detect an autoimmune condition. The reason I'm sharing this is science does not know everything. Science cannot catch everything. So if you are a person who says, oh, I only believe in science, well, 5, 10 years down the road, you're going to have some health disorders creep up and you didn't even know it. And you thought it occurred overnight. It didn't. It occurred 10 years ago. It's just laboratory testing, science, medicine, Western medicine is still way behind. But do I think these 3 main biomarkers, are they important? Absolutely. I would say grip strength is probably the one, because what do I look at? I am looking at real patients, real people living their lives, real reality research, not research done in a laboratory, but research done in the real world. And where do we see that? We see them in communities called the blue zones. The blue zones people, they didn't have any of these testing. They may do the basic, maybe like when you go to an annual physical, that's all the testing, Western medicine testing they do. Then how come they can live past 100 years old? How come they have gone beyond health span? Remember, is living a higher quality of life for a longer period of time. That's health span. But I'm going to add one more important note to that. Health span many times involves taking pills, whether it's taking medications, whether it's taking supplements, whether it's doing stem cell, it's doing all of these extra new treatments. Those are all included in health span, like biohacking. All of those are included in health span, right? right? But the people in the blue zones, they did not have access to all of that growing up. And now, even though they do have access, they don't do any of it. They have achieved something beyond what's called health span. It's what I call restorative longevity. That means their bodies are able to heal by themselves, increase their quality of life with minimal pills. Some of them don't take anything. Some of them do take pills, but it's maybe one or two, medications, and that's it. How are they able to achieve restorative longevity without any of these biomarkers testing that physicians say, oh, you need to have these biomarkers. These are the gold standards of health. Well, someone who had the access to spend $2 million on all the scientifically proven, scientifically researched tests still could not detect the autoimmune from starting and could not prevent it from happening. None of us, or very few of us, have the money to spend $2 million on testing. But why would you spend $2 million on testing where you're still going to get the disease? Your health is still going to decline anyways. So let's not focus on that. Let's focus on people who have actually lived a life of restorative longevity, where their bodies are able to heal itself and they're able to have a longer quality of life. It's beyond health span. It's called the blue zones, the blue zone communities. They have done it. One of the things that they do is they're active with their hands. They garden a lot. They hike. They raise cattle. They tend sheep. They're on a ranch. So grip strength, I believe, based on what I see in the blue zones, grip strength is a better indicator of health span or restorative longevity. Grip strength has been tested even in the scientific community, which I'll share in another video when I talk about what can you do to improve your grip strength when you turn 60, 70, 80s, right? But there has been extensive research. There was a research with 140,000 people, participants, that they tested with grip strength. They show that when your grip strength decreases, your chance of dying increases significantly, especially of cardiovascular heart problems. Okay. So this is one of the best, right? VO2 max. Hey, the centenarians, the people that lived above 100, they didn't have access to that technology, okay? But I would think VO2 max also is a great indicator. Why? Because the people in the blue zones who live above 100 years old and they're healthier than 60-year-olds here in the US, they do a lot of activity. They're out bending, gardening, they're bending over, lifting things. They got wheelbarrows, they're kneeling down, they're going up and down, flowers, right? Pots, they're tending to their sheep, they're hiking up and down mountains, not these little hills that we have here in Austin, but mountains, right? So they are exercising. They're doing that cardio fitness. They're doing that respiratory exercise every single day. So I believe VO2 max also is a great one. But unfortunately, there's not an accurate way that the normal people like us can measure it, right? You have to go into a research center where they have this expensive equipment. The portable equipments that measure VO2 max are not accurate. I purchased one for our clinic and we tested it out and it was not accurate. So you have to go to the gold standards of VO2 max. But normal people don't have access to that, right? So VO2 max and the smartwatches, they're not accurate either, right? I'm here to teach you what are things that you can do at home, right? What are some things that are easy, you can do, you can monitor, it's easy to understand, it's simple to execute. Grip strength is one of them. This $20, $30 US. In Asia, it's probably 1/3 the price, maybe $10, right? You can buy one of these grip strength tests, and this can give you an accurate assessment of how your health span is doing. But in addition to that, you have to also understand, why is your health declining? How did your health get to this point in the first place? Like this guy who spent $2 million, he was doing all these tests. They may have detected other things, but they didn't detect his autoimmune disease. You see, all of those tests that he did, they were helpful. They give clues to how his organs or may have been functioning, but they were not complete. I wish he would have found a TCM practitioner who can assess his organs, whether through pulse diagnosis, right, which I found to be the most accurate. And so any type of TCM diagnosis or any Ayurvedic, I'm not completely familiar with Ayurvedic medicine, but I'm pretty sure they have their own diagnostic method where they can detect which organs are dysfunctioning. And so the reason why I'm talking about all this organ dysfunction is that's the key. If you want to increase your grip strength, yes, you can do the exercises. But what if you are unable to do those exercises, right? So one of the things is you got to look at organ system function. Organ systems are what help your body heal. Organ system functions are what allow your body to function. And so, for example, grip strength, if we're talking about just muscle, okay, grip strength is not just muscle. It involves the nerves, metabolic actions, but let's just talk about muscle. Well, there is a specific organ system. It's called the earth system or your spleen and your stomach system that if they are dysfunctioning, your muscles are going to be dysfunctioning. So you can do all the exercise you want, but if you don't restore your spleen organ system function and your stomach function, then guess what? It doesn't matter how much weights you lift, you're not going to grow that muscle. You're not going to make that muscle stronger, right? So there's a couple of aspects into just increasing your grip strength. One, you have to help the organs who are responsible for muscle strength, right? That's one part. See if they're functioning at optimal levels. If they're not, then you got to fix that. But let's say they are. Well, if they are, then you have to do the other part. You have to do the exercise, right? You have to do the weight training, your resistance training. That's the only way to increase the strength of it. So you see, there's different aspects. So if you have questions about, hey, which organ system of mine is dysfunctioning, or what do I do about it? What are the things that I can do at home? Okay, obviously you can come to a wellness clinic like my clinic or one that's near you, but there's many things that you can do at home to set a strong foundation. If you want to learn how to do that, then I've created a guidebook. It's my 5 organ system guidebook. It will go over the 5 main organ systems and what each organ system correlates to what function. So for example, the earth organ system correlates to muscles, right? And so what other organ systems, whatever you're struggling with, which organ systems does it correlate to? And those are the ones that you need to start looking at and then do the testing, the blood test, the urinalysis, the saliva test, then do those testing, right, to confirm and also see what else is dysfunctioning. I'm not saying blood tests, Western medicine tests are not good. They are good. We recommend them to all of our patients. We work with their physicians and we ask for their blood tests and all of their Western medicine tests. We use that information in conjunction with what we determine through the pulse diagnosis, through my functional pulse diagnosis, and we combine that information so that we have a clear picture of what is going on in our patient's body. But you can get the foundational information, this guidebook, this 5 organ system guidebook, by commenting guidebook below. And my team will send you a link so that you can get free access to this. Look out for more training videos on these 3 biomarkers. So the next question you're probably asking is, if these 3 biomarkers are going to help me with my health span, how can I improve them? Well, I'm going to do a training for each one of them. So be on the lookout for that.